Let us solve the exercise number 2 in the part B of Python lab. In this exercise, we are supposed to write a menu-driven program to create a bank account class. This class should support the following methods such as the deposit, withdraw, and get balance. Then we are supposed to create a subclass called as a saving account class, which behaves just like the bank account class. However, it must have the interest rate and a method to increase the balance by appropriate amount of interest. So let's go ahead and let's start the exercise. I'm going to go with my VS Code, and first thing that you're going to do is go here and select the appropriate folder, and I'm going to select this folder, and then let me go to the Explorer and then create a new file. So I will call this one as b2.py because it's the second exercise. You can type any other name also. Let me remove the Explorer here. And let's start with the class called as bank account. And this bank account, according to them, must have three methods. One is deposit, withdraw, and get balance. So let's start with the class. I'm going to start with the class called as bank account, as told by them. And then let me assume that this class has a initial balance. And how do you do that thing is during the initialization, let me set the balance as 0. You can set to any minimum amount, but I'm going to set it as 0. So let me start with the init method. So you have to put a 2 underscore here, then type init and 2 underscore. So remember that, and then I'm going to say self. So that this will create the your so-called constructor, and let me go here and I'm going to say self dot balance. Let me take BAL for this one, and I'm going to set the initial value as 0. You can set it something else also. So this is up to you. So we have the bank account class. Let me put one space here. You need one space here. Just I missed one space. Okay. So we got self.balance is 0. So what is this? Okay, let me write this way. Okay, so that there is one indentation there, proper indentation. So let's go with the second method. Let me start with the second method. Second method, according to them, is there is a method for where is this? A deposit, withdraw, and get balance. So let's go ahead with whatever they have said. So we are going to go with the first method, and what is the first method? And that method is the deposit. So we have a deposit, and definitely when you say we are depositing something, we must have how much amount you are depositing. This is the general question that anybody will ask. Let me just to make one line here so that it is easier for you to read it. And what you are going to do, first of all, I'm going to check whether that amount that is given is 0, less than 0. What is the meaning of that is somebody may type a deposit minus 500 rupees. What is the meaning of saying depositing minus 500 rupees, which is not proper. So I'm going to just give a message to them saying that /n, and I'm going to say enter valid amount. Okay, so that they know that they have typed invalid amount. Elif, so let's say elif. Okay. I'm going to not the elif. Let's say else. I think I will not verify many other things. I'm going to set the balance. So self dot balance plus is equal to amount. So you know very well that we are just adding the amount. So if the amount is less than 0, then we say it is invalid. Otherwise, we will just add the amount, whatever new amount that you are depositing, we are going to add it. And I'm going to just use the F string, and I'm going to say deposited, okay, say rupees, and the whatever amount that was given to me, and let me put one slash in here. So this is for the depositing part. Let me go with the withdrawal part. So let's go with the def withdraw. So let's see what is their word that they have also used the word withdraw. So let me use the same word, withdraw. And as usual, we are going to say, when you say withdraw, you must have some amount that is getting withdrawn. And I put one space here so that it is easier for you to read the code here. So again, the same thing. If the amount is greater than, again, the same story will come, whether you are doing it here or whether you're doing it there. So if somebody says, I want to withdraw minus 500 rupees, that is not allowed. So you just say, I want to withdraw 500 rupees, not a negative. Negative means minus of minus will become positive. So I don't want that thing to happen. So I'm going to say if the amount is less than zero, then I'm going to say that there is, it is an invalid amount. Otherwise, let me check one other condition. So if you have this self dot balance, okay, is less than the amount. What is the meaning of that is you have 5,000 rupees in your bank account and you say I want to withdraw 10,000 rupees. That means the bank has to give you 5 more thousand, which is not allowed. Bank will not do it. So if you have 100 rupees, you can withdraw all the 100, let's say, but you can't withdraw 150 rupees because your account itself has 100 rupees. So if the amount that you are trying to withdraw is greater than the balance, that means you have less balance, insufficient balance. So I'm going to print the same thing, you don't have the balance. So how do I say that is, I'm going to say insufficient, I think sufficient balance. So I'm going to say that so that user knows that okay, something has gone wrong. Otherwise, as usual, you are going to say self minus equal to, that means where is a minus equal to, that means where is the balance gone? Okay, self dot balance minus equal to amount. That means amount is equal to amount minus balance. So if you are withdrawing something like 500 rupees, if you have 2,000 rupees in your bank account and if you are withdrawing 500 rupees, then 2,000 minus 500 rupees. So that is what I am doing. So that will be there. What is remaining is 1,500 will be remaining there. So let me print this one. What is that? Let me print some message to the user so that the user knows that something has happened. So I'm going to say withdrawn rupees, and I'm going to say this much amount has been withdrawn so that the user know very well that something has happened. Let's look at the last method. What is that? They said is get balance is the method. So I think they have made the first letter as capital. I'm also going to do it. First letter capital. According to them, first letter is capital. Deposit D is capital. Withdrawn W is capital. Okay. And get balance, they have written get balance. So I'm going to write the same story here. Let me go ahead and I'm going to say, let me put one space here, def, and I'm going to say get balance. Okay. And you are not going to do anything. So I will just use self here. And what is that you are going to do is, I'm going to just show the balance. I'm not going to return the balance. Okay. You can show the balance or you can return the balance. I think if you get means you are returning. So I'm going to just say return self dot balance. So that being done. So you have done this much of the thing. And the next thing that they said is you are supposed to create a saving bank account from the bank account. So let's go ahead and let's create one more class here. So this is my first class and the second one, Let me create one more class. And what is the name of the class? Is a savings bank account. Let's say they are doing it in capital. Okay, so let me savings account. According to them, this is the one. Other one is bank account. So bank account is proper. So this class, let me say saving account. This is the class. Now this class is extending out of a bank account. So this is what they have said. So this saving account is extending. So this is the subclass. So it is going to come from the bank account, and it has some extra thing. What is the thing that it has? It has, but it also has an interest rate. So this is what they said. It has something called as an interest rate. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to say underscore underscore in it again underscore underscore, and I'm going to say self. So let me see, this amount is yours. So I'm going to just use a self dot rate, even though they said interest rate, but that was the word that they have used, not the thing. Then I'm going to use the word rate itself. So I'm going to say interest rate is zero. Bank is this bank will not provide any interest rate. However, I'm going to give the bankers an option to update the rate. So they can always update the rate with an amount. So even though the initial value, let me put one space here so that it is easier for you to read. So even though the initially the rate of interest is zero, that means bank is not going to provide any interest. They can set it depending upon the accounts. For example, they may have different interest rate, or they may change the interest rate. You know very well, bank sometimes they change the interest rate. So in that case, I'm going to provide them with an method to update the interest rate. Again, if the amount happens to be, the rate happens to be different, that is a rate happens to be less than zero. So, and I'm going to say the same thing. I have done the same thing with the, what is that, withdraw and deposit, wherein I told them that if the amount that you're typing is negative, and I'm going to say that enter a valid rate. So this is the thing. If the bank says we are going to provide minus 10% interest, what is who will deposit the money? Minus 10% means the you have to give the money to the bank. So if it is a negative, if the amount that they are supplying is negative, then we say that no, it is not possible. You give us the proper amount. Otherwise, I'm going to directly set the value. So unlike the previous case, it is not incrementing. I'm going to just set the value here. So if the bank says 10% interest, 10%. So yesterday, if they said 10%, and today they are saying 10%, it is 10% only. It is not 20%. So you know very. The bank says 10% yesterday, and today if you go to bank and ask what is the interest rate, it is 10%. Then you don't add yesterday's 10% and today's 10% and make okay. Bank is going to give you 30%, 20%. Tomorrow if you go, it will make as 30%. No, so whatever amount you are getting, I'm not adding plus here. Whereas in my previous case, I was adding the balance amount you are adding. So when you deposit the money, it adds to the previous money. So if you have 5,000 rupees in your bank, and if you add 50 rupees, then it becomes 5,050. So here there is no plus is there. Let me type the print and I'm going to, as usual, I'm going to use the f string here. Where is the f string? And I'm going to say interest rate updated to, and I'm going to say the amount, whatever the amount that they have specified. Okay, done. This will create our two classes. One is the saving bank account and the bank account class. Let's go ahead and let's create the main class. Now I'm going to create my account here. So I'm going to say my account is the saving account. So this is the account that I am creating. So this is my account, and then let me use a while loop and continuously show the menu here. I'm going to start with the menu here. So print, and I'm going to say the first option /1. First option is to deposit. Deposit. Okay, done. Second option is to withdraw /n. Third option is to show balance or get balance, whatever it is. Okay, according to them, it was get balance. I'm going to use the word what they have said, get balance, because this is what they said. /n 4. What do you say? Change interest rate. Interest rate. Done. /n. There is, I think I have not done one other method. So what was the other method that they have said here? Is a method to increase the balance. So let me do that thing. I'm sorry about that. So here I need one more method. So that is what I also thought. There were six methods with there, whatever the next method. Let me add one method. And what is that one method is they've told here, if you notice here, they have told a method to increase the balance. So that method I have not done. So let me do that thing. So I'm going to say compute interest. Okay. And let's say it's not going to take anything. So there is this method is required. So this is one extra method. I just forgot that method altogether. Okay. How do you calculate the interest? So I'm going to say new balance amount is equal to whatever is the old balance amount into balance amount into rate, okay, divided by 100. So that is it. And I'm going to say print, and I'm going to use the f string here, and I'm going to say account, you can say updated with the interest rate, okay, and let's say amount, sorry, not the amount, this one, what was that rate, okay, so I'm just forgetting, my mind is not working anyway. So that is done. So let's come back. This was required because I just forgot here. So there was one method was there, increase the balance amount by appropriate interest. So this was done. Now let's come back to the same story. So we have the number 1 for deposit, number 2 for withdraw, number 3 for balance, number 4 for change of interest rate, number 5 for compute interest. So this is compute interest, and number 6 is definitely to exit. Okay. Exit, and I'm going to put /n and dash 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 so that it looks nicer. Okay, so some dash 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 has been put here so that it looks nice. Okay. So here, if you notice, good. Then I'm going to use the choice, and I'm going to say input, and I'm going to say your choice. Done. And if the choice happens to be 1, Then I'm going to ask the user, I'm going to get the amount. And you know very well, amount could be a floating point number or integer number, but I assume that the amount could be even floating point number. But I don't know whether the bank will accept it or not, but I assume that you can also deposit 50 paisa in the bank, but bank may not like that. But anyhow, I have taken it as floating point number. So enter the amount. I'm going to ask the user, okay, give me what is the amount. And when the user gives the amount, I have my account here, and I'm going to say account dot deposit, and the amount whatever the user has given, I'm going to supply that amount. So else if the choice happens to be 2, okay, then what is that I am supposed to do? Again, I'm going to ask the user. I will do the same thing. So I'm not going to type it. I'm going to ask the user about the amount, but this time it is about withdraw. I'm going to withdraw the amount. Second one is to withdraw the amount. So you ask the user what is the amount. Let's go with the third one. Let me copy paste it with the third one. Hence, if the choice is 3, I'm not going to ask anything from the user. I'm going to just call this method. What is this method that I'm supposed to call? And that is the get balance. So I will use the printf. So I think I deleted printf statement. That was it's not there. So I'm going to say what you can say. Use the. So I'm going to say first. I will do it like a small child here. So that is first I'll get the amount, and I'm going to say my account dot get balance. Okay, this is not really, that step is not really required, but I will do it. Okay, so maybe it will add some clarity to the code. So I'm going to say available balance is, and I will use amount. Okay, so that is it. Available balance is this. Let's go with the next choice. I think next choice what we have is change the interest rate. I'm going to, this time at least I can do copy paste this one. So let me control C and control V. So change the interest rate. The choice is for, we are supposed to change the interest rate. So I'm going to say enter new interest rate. So I'm going to say new interest rate. Okay, so that is it. You can call this one as a rate, maybe make it look neat. Otherwise, it will just look like an amount. Then I'm going to say amount dot not amount. What is this? What is that? Why my mind is not working? Okay, account dot update rate, and you are going to say rate. Done. The last choice, let me use, I'm going to copy paste this itself so that will be easier. Control C. The choice number 5. What is the choice number 5? You say compute interest. So this is what you're going to do. So I'm going to use a printf statement. I think this was not really, I would have typed it. I thought it's going to be easier. So I'm going to say updating let's say you can write some statement like your account with the new interest rate, or with not new is not required, let me say with the interest rate. Yeah, and I'm going to put some dot 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 dot, not this one, dot 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 dot. Okay, and I'm going to say this is not required. I thought I can reduce some typing, but not going to work. So I'm going to compute the interest. Done. Let's go with uh, the last choice, which is happens to be our favorite choice. So what is the choice number 6? What is our choice number 6 is to exit. You know very well. Okay, so that is the happens to be a good choice for us. So I'm going to print and I'm going to say exiting. So that done. Again, as usual, if somebody types something which is not there here, I'm going to say print and I'm going to say wrong choice. Now, very important here is I made one more mistake here. My mind is not working now. It's not enough if you just say exiting. You have to break that while loop. Okay, so if you don't break this while loop, if you just say exiting, this will not break this while loop. I have to break this. I have to break this while loop. If I don't break this while loop, it's not going to come out of it. So I will have to say break here. Okay. Done. I think I've not done many mistakes here. So let me try and let's see whether it's working. So I will run this code. So this is how it's going to look like. Oh, this is, you see the colorful things have come. Let me exit here by typing that. I think I have not put, I know my mind is not working. /n. Okay. Yeah, so that is this one /n was there because it has to go to new line, is it not? Let me run it. And say let's start with the first one. Okay, so press the amount. So I'm going to deposit 100 rupees, 1,000 rupees, let's say. It done. So I have deposited 1,000 rupees and let me get the balance. So what is my balance? So balance is 1,000 rupees. So that is straightforward. Let me go with the withdrawal. So let's go with the withdrawal. So I'm going to say withdrawal. So press 2. I'm going to withdraw 100 rupees from that. So withdrawn 500 rupees. Let me get the balance. So I'm going to say the balance is 900 because I withdrawn that. So let me change the rate of interest. Let me press 4 and let me change the rate of interest as 10%. Okay, so your interest has been updated. So before I compute the interest, let me just get the balance again. My balance is still 900 rupees. I'm going to go with the fifth option to compute the interest. So it is going to say updating your account with the interest rate. Your account updated with the interest rate 10% of that. Let me get the balance again by typing 3 here. Okay. Get the balance and what you notice is 90 rupees has been added extra. So you notice 90 rupees has been added and I will exit by typing 6. So that's it. Only one thing is I've because my mind was not working, there is one space is missing here and that you can do it. I will just exit this first, exiting, and if you are blindly following it, just for them you just put one space here. I missed one space, so that you see there is one space everywhere. Otherwise what is going to look is, see, you notice that all of them are directly coming except this, and then it is going like this. Okay, done. That's all in this exercise. Thank you for your interest. We will meet again in the other exercise. Thank you.